Hello students, welcome back to my channel. Today we are continuing on the topic regional integration. We are specifically looking at the topic, what are the factors promoting regional integration in the Caribbean? But before we start this lesson, I want to say a big thank you to all of my subscribers. And if you are stopping by my channel for the very first time, welcome. Please hit that subscribe button, like and share this video. Turn on that notification bell that whenever I upload a new video, you will be notified immediately. So we are looking at the topic, what are the factors promoting regional integration in the Caribbean? Now, when we talk about regional integration, we are talking about all the countries in the Caribbean region coming together, uniting, cooperating to achieve peace, stability, and wealth. Now, what are some of the driving forces behind these countries deciding that yes, we can work together? We may have different issues, we may have differences in sizes, but there are certain things that we have in common. There are certain similarities between us that we can sit together and work, we can cooperate, we can unite to achieve one common purpose. And this purpose can only be achieved if we work together, right? Now, what are the factors that promotes regional integration in the Caribbean? Now, some of the factors that we are going to look at today in this lesson are common history and cultural heritage. Caribbean countries experience common international problems. They are close in proximity. They have limited human and physical resource, population size, and Caribbean countries are subjected to natural disasters. So we are going to look at how does all these factors, how does all these similarities that the islands in the Caribbean region have will influence them working seamlessly together to achieve a common purpose. So the first one we're going to look at is a common history and cultural heritage. So how does Caribbean countries having a common history, having a similar heritage will help them to work together effortlessly to achieve a common purpose. Now, Caribbean countries share a common history and cultural heritage. They were all colonies of Europeans. They were mainly ruled though by the British, right? By Britain. They all experienced slavery. So this is a common story in most or all of the Caribbean islands. This is one of the things that will promote integration among them because they can all talk about their experience of slavery or indentureship, right? And they all have common cultural heritage. If you should go to any Caribbean island, right, you'll realize that the food may be similar, language, mainly they mainly speak English, dance, music, the architecture, the way of dressing, etc. They share similarities in cultural heritage, right? So this common factor that among all the countries in the Caribbean is a powerful unifying force and makes it easier for Caribbean countries to cooperate, to unite, to communicate since they mainly speak English. So communication will be easy and share goals, thus promoting regional integration in the Caribbean. Now, another factor that promotes regional integration in the Caribbean is close proximity of the countries within the Caribbean region, right? So the countries in the Caribbean region, because they share the similarity of being relatively close to each other, people and goods are able to travel to the various countries by sea or air in a relatively short time. For example, let us look at how close these countries are. If you are traveling from Jamaica to Dominican Republic by air, right? It is 2 hours and 44 minutes. It's a short period of time. If you're traveling from Guyana to Jamaica, it's just 3 hours and 36 minutes, right? So because of this similarity that the countries share, because they are closely knitted together, they are close in proximity, they are able to say, yes, we can integrate, we can unite, we can work together to achieve a common purpose. Another similarity between Caribbean countries are, let us look at it, they are small in size. So another factor promoting regional integration is the small size of Caribbean countries. So due to their small size, right, Caribbean islands are able to integrate, they are able to work together because they all have similarities in terms of size of the countries, right? They all share common challenges. So because of the small sizes of these countries within the Caribbean, they all experience certain common challenges. And this is a unifying force now that is going to allow them to integrate with each other, to work together, to cooperate to achieve that purpose, right? As a small highland state, they all experience high birth rate, high unemployment, competition for limited land, whether for housing or for agriculture. They all experience another challenges that they face, dependency on food imports in order to maintain food security. So if you should visit any Caribbean country, right? Whether it be Trinidad and Tobago, Jamaica, Dominican Republic, the Bahamas, and the list goes on. And you should ask the government, what are some of the challenges that your country faces because of its small size? I can assure you that they all will say the same challenges: high birth rate, unemployment, high crime rate, poverty, etc. Right? So all these common factors allows Caribbean Highlands to better integrate, cooperate to promote regional integration. And due to their small size, they can easily work together to find solutions to the challenges facing them because of the small size of their countries. Another factor that promotes regional integration in the Caribbean is common similar international problems. So, most countries in the region experience difficulty accessing loans from multinational lending agencies, accessing international markets to trade goods and services, and they also face exploitation by international businesses. And due to these challenges, Caribbean countries are considered to be heavily indebted to lending agencies, such as the International Monetary Fund, the IMF, right? Because they depend heavily on transnational corporations to inject foreign capital into their economies in order to create employment. So, due to economic challenges that are facing the Caribbean highlands, especially since the pandemic, right? We are seeing where transnational corporations, the BPOs, the business process outsourcing companies, have stepped up to the place and they are adding value to the economy of Caribbean countries by creating employment, right? And if you look at the statistics, it is showing, for example, in Jamaica, that transnational corporations such as the business process outsourcing companies have contributed, or they have employed up to 44,000 people as of June 30, 2021 in Jamaica, right? So, and if you go to any other Caribbean country, this common similar international problems, they all are facing them. And if you go and ask them about the business process sourcing companies, these transnational companies in their country, they can all show you the statistic to say, yes, we have to depend heavily on these transnational companies because of the pandemic and the economic challenges that we are facing since the pandemic. Any Caribbean country that you go to, they will give you the same international challenges that they are facing, and it's make it easier for these countries in the Caribbean to sit together, to integrate, to join hands together to achieve that common purpose. Another factor promoting regional integration in the Caribbean is that they are all subjected to natural disasters. Natural disasters is a common factor that affects all Caribbean countries, right? And this is due to the fact that the region lies on the border of the Caribbean plates, which makes the islands vulnerable to the ruin of earthquakes and other natural disasters. Also, the location of the region also places it in an active hurricane belt. So this vulnerability to natural disasters that almost all Caribbean countries have in common places an additional economic burden on all the Caribbean countries. And again, it comes down to that integration is made easier because Caribbean countries have a lot of similarities, right, in common. And one such is that they are subjected to natural disasters. So this makes it easier for them to integrate to achieve that common purpose. Another factor promoting regional integration in the Caribbean is limited human and physical resources. And when we talk about limited human resources, we're going to look at these terms individually. When we talk about human resource, we're talking about the skills, the talents, and abilities which individual possesses. And some of these human resources within the Caribbean are teachers, engineers, doctors, musicians, but there are not enough, right? There are limited human resources in the Caribbean, and the skills of these people are used. They are needed to produce a wide variety of goods and services, which will help to maintain and improve the standard of living within the Caribbean. But, as I said, all countries are experiencing human resource in limited there are limited human resource in these countries. When we talk about physical resources, we're talking about those gifts of nature, such as land, water, bauxite, minerals, and all Caribbean countries are experiencing limited physical resources. For example, there are competitions in countries for land. They can't decide whether the land should be used for housing, agriculture, transportation, etc., right? So because Caribbean countries in the region faces these challenges of limited human and physical resources, they are better able to integrate, to pool their resources together to eliminate these challenges. So we're going to stop here for today. Remember, if you like this video, if you want to see more videos on regional integration, you can go over to my channel, subscribe, like, and share this video. Turn on that notification bell that whenever I upload a new video, you will be notified immediately. All right, see you in another video.